Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to this NDS Public Conference 2024. We have a great program. I'm sure all of you and also the guys online are looking forward to all our presentations, especially the ones from Mercedes, for instance, BMW, Toyota, and all the other ones. It will be very, very interesting, I'm sure. But before we dive into the program, let me set the scene by giving you a few information about NDS. So why are we doing this whole NDS public conference? So the idea is that we communicate with you and with a broader audience our strategy and our success stories. So NDS aims at acquiring new members, and we want to share the NDS success stories with you and also get your feedback and information, what we can improve and how to, move forward with NDS. As every company, NDS Association also has a mission and vision statement. Ours is NDS is the worldwide standard for map data in automotive ecosystems. So what does it mean? Worldwide. We are not aiming at only providing map data for Europe or North America, but also for China, India, Japan, Australia, Middle East, Africa, South America, and all other regions. We are a standard organization, so our final product is not software, but a specification. Obviously, we provide tools for working with that standard, but the final result is a standard. And we standardize map data, or to be more precise, map data structures, and also the semantic of those structures. And we are active in automotive. Automotive basically means that we are looking into in-vehicle applications, navigation systems. That's where we come from. More than 20 years ago, we started that activity already, or 20 years ago. But also now in companion apps, cloud structures, how do we store cloud data in map data in the cloud? How do we transfer map data from the cloud to the vehicle? And not only focusing meanwhile on navigation applications, but also on ADAS applications, automated driving, and autonomous driving. So NDS is a success story. The first cars with NDS hit the road more than 10 years ago. By now, millions of vehicles are using NDS, and we have more than 40 automotive brands globally which use NDS. And you see here a list of all the OEMs, and I'm really proud to show this slide because I really think that NDS over the years is a real success story. It's a success story also because of our members. So the members, they work basically on the specification. They drive the specification, obviously also moderated by Fabian, who will talk more about the technical details. But it would not be possible without the members. And we have members from all areas, from OEMs, from system vendors, from solution providers, like I'm from NNG, for instance, navigation data providers here at TomTom, and many, many more. So all those members, luckily, they pay fees, and we use these fees now to drive the standard further. And the money we get from all the members is used in various areas, but the majority of it is in technical development. So, which is a good thing. So it's not that we are a sales organization or a marketing organization. So the majority of the money is used to do technical work and to come up with good technical solutions. Obviously, as it is a standard, documentation is important and certification. So the aim is also to certify each and every map so that we guarantee interoperability. And obviously also some money is used for events like this one today. Why should you become an NDS member? So the idea is you can use NDS freely, and I think the next slide I see here in the preview is about the freely usable of NDS for evaluation purposes. But if you want to use it in a commercial product, you need to become NDS member. And by this, you also get new business opportunities. Some OEMs ask you to provide solutions based on NDS, and based on their membership, you can now acquire also new businesses. You get access to lots of tools to support from the community. And I, from the beginning, regarded NDS actually more as a kind of development platform, an industry-wide development platform, which helps to come up with solutions which are nowadays required, like, for instance, the streaming of map data from the server to the cars. And if you do that in-house, it probably is even more expensive to come up with solutions than if you join this global industry-wide innovation platform for map data. This is what NDS is about. I understand that you are probably not right away willing to become members also because of the membership fee, and therefore we offered the NDS Live specification for free. So you can have a look at it and then also develop first prototypes, applications, navigation systems, or compilers, show that to potential customers. And then if you go forward with the customers, you then can decide to become a member. And also by the membership fee, you get access to the NDS cross-license agreement, which basically protects you also from a legal point of view. If you need further information, go to our webpage, ndsassociation.org, LinkedIn, or also on YouTube, you find more information. So the last slide from my side, please share with us, with Markus or with Fabian or myself, what are your product plans, or also with Otto, what are your product plans with NDS? How can we move NDS further? What kind of new features should we develop? What are your success stories? And you know, the goal is really to make NDS more known in the industry. So thank you very much. I wish you all and myself a great day, and I'm sure we will have one. And now I pass on to Markus, who will guide us through the agenda.
Okay. So thanks, Martin, for the warm welcome and the introduction. For those who do not know me yet, my name is Markus Juncker, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day management of the organization since many, many years. Yeah, this is the agenda of today. People here in the room have printouts. The other ones will find it in the internet, where we just listened to the welcome and introduction by Martin. We have, as Martin said, quite a few highlights in the agenda. One of them is certainly the presentation by Björn Oltmans from Mercedes on how Mercedes-Benz is using NDS Live for navigation. So he will be next year, and he's already eager, I see here in the room, to talk on that. Then we will have a presentation by Clemens Zangel, who comes from Woven by Toyota. Actually, the name sounds German somehow, but actually he's living in Japan in these days and just came here for giving this presentation. Of course, he will also spend some nice time with his relatives here while he's here. Yes, and then we have the first of two parts on rather short product presentations. The first session here is called part 1 here, and it covers a presentation by Rose from MX Navi. Unfortunately, Rose couldn't join on site, so she will be connected online. All other speakers, by the way, are on site here, but only Rose will join online. Then we have by Kevin from Senrin a presentation on NDS databases for Japan. And eventually by Olena from Intellias, a presentation on NDS Live for vehicle conditions featuring Goodyear Sightlines. So they are collaborating with Goodyear using NDS. For the people on site, we will have a break with some coffee and cookies outside here. The other ones can use it for answering emails. I don't know. At least we will have a break for half an hour here on site. Then we would continue at 11:30 local time here in Germany, Central European summertime, with the standard item, if you want, so in all conferences, namely the technical achievements since the last meeting 1 year ago, and that presentation will be given by the NDS technical coordinator, Fabian, who's also sitting here just next to Björn and waiting for his presentation later on. One topic which was keeping us busy, at least in the past year, was how to connect to AutoSAR, and there was an initiative within NDS on that, and I'm glad that Olena from Intellias is also giving us a presentation on the advancements regarding the connection of AutoSAR and NDS Live. Next, we have another big OEM, Timo Munk, I should say in German, Timo Munk from BMW. He's going to report on NDS solutions for highly autonomous driving functionalities at BMW. Actually, the agenda comes in two parts. There's a second slide. It didn't all fit on one slide. Second part is rather short. For people on site, we will have a lunch break outside. We would continue at, this should read 1:35 with the second part of the NDS product presentations here by the map providers. We have a presentation by HERE and one by TomTom. The HERE one is on the HERE map stack. The TomTom's ones is on TomTom's prime time with NDS Live. And the conference part would then be concluded first by a presentation from Otto Niro, who is doing the NDS product management on NDS Live evaluation service. So this is something which we want to provide, in particular also to non-members, a service where they can connect to and test out their software functionalities. And the very final presentation of the official part will be the closing remarks by Martin again, together with an outlook on what comes next. This is what is meant with agenda here. The NDS members, I mean, this conference is a public one. The NDS members, they are asked to stay a little bit longer. We will do a short break, and then maybe 15 minutes after the official end, we will have the yearly general assembly with some formalities we have to cover. So please stay here. For those who are joining online, there is a second link for joining the General Assembly. I will send you a reminder in the lunch break so you can register if you haven't done yet to obtain the link on short notice. Good. I mean, the next one is on questions from the outside, but let me first turn again to the people here in the room. It looks like many of you have a coffee cup already, so you obviously were able to find the coffee, which is when you go out here, then to the right side, this is also the area where the lunch will be served, and the restrooms are also just leave the room here, go to the right, and there's a floor where you will find the restrooms on the right side. What else? Well, questions. I mean, for people here on site, it's easy. You raise your hand, you'll get the microphone, you ask a question, and then you are done. For people joining remotely, you should, in the Zoom window, which you are using for joining here, you should see in the lower bar a Q&A icon. Press that icon, ask your question. It will pop up here in the front of the room, and then after the presentations we can read some of the questions and we get the answers by the speakers. If we do not manage to cover all questions, we have records of the questions. We can follow up later on your questions. Yes, I think this covers all what has been written here. Yeah, please indicate the speaker, the presentation you refer to. But usually it would be good to ask the questions during the presentation so we can collect the questions belonging to a presentation right after the presentation. Maybe a word to the speakers again, because we didn't have the opportunity to talk too much on that. You see, we have a tight agenda. If you would leave, in particular, this calls for this product presentation. You see, it's 45 minutes or 15 minutes for each of these presentations. So if you would leave a few minutes for questions, that would be nice. So maybe you stick to 10 to 12 minutes if it's somehow possible. And maybe because I'm sitting just next to you, which is right here, and if you see me getting nervous, it means you take too long. Good. So that was it. And